The activities of Prachetas. Vidura inquired from Maitreya, O Brahmana, you formerly spoke about the sons of Pratina Barhi and informed me that they satisfied the Supreme Personality of Godhead by chanting a song composed by Lord Shiva. What did they achieve in this way? My dear Rasapriya, what did the sons of King Barhisat, known as the Prachetas, obtain after meeting Lord Shiva, who is very dear to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the bestower of liberation? Certainly, they were transferred to the spiritual world. But apart from that, what did they obtain within the material world, either in this life or in the other lives? The great sage Maitreya said, the sons of King Pratina Barhi, known as the Prachetas, underwent severe austerities within the sea water to carry out the order of their father by chanting and repeating the mantras given by Lord Shiva. By chanting and repeating the mantras given by Lord Shiva, they were able to satisfy Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of God. At the end of 10,000 years of severe austerities performed by the Prachetas, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to reward their austerities, appeared before them in his very pleasing form. This appealed to the Prachetas and satisfied the labor of their austerities. The personality of Godhead, appearing on the shoulder of Garuda, seemed like a cloud resting on the summit of the mountain known as Meru. The transcendental body of the personality of Godhead was covered by attractive yellow garments, and his neck was decorated with the jewel known as Kaustubhamani. The bodily effulgence of the Lord dissipated all the darkness of the universe. The Lord's face was very beautiful, and his head was decorated with a shining helmet and golden ornaments. The helmet was dazzling and was very beautifully situated on his head. The Lord had 8 arms, which each held a particular weapon. The Lord was surrounded by demigods, great sages, and other associates. These were all engaged in his service. Garuda, the carrier of the Lord, glorified the Lord with Vedic hymns by flapping his wings. Garuda appeared to be an inhabitant of the planet known as Kinnalaroka. Around the neck of the personality of Godhead hung a flower garland that reached his knees. His 8 stout and elongated arms were decorated with that garland, which was talents the beauty of the goddesses of fortune. Goddess of fortune. With a merciful glance and a voice like thunder, the Lord addressed the sons of King Prachetas who were very much surrendered unto him. The Supreme Personality of the Godhead said, "My dear sons of the King, I am very much pleased by the friendly relationships among you. All of you are engaged in one occupation, devotional service. I am so pleased with you, with your mutual friendship, that I wish you all good fortune. Now you may ask a benediction of me." The Lord continued, "Those who remember you every evening of every day will become friendly with their brothers and with all living entities. Those who will offer me the prayers composed by Lord Shiva, both in the morning and in the evening, will be given benedictions by me. In this way, they can both fulfill their desires and attain good indulgence. Because you have with pleasure accepted within your hearts the orders of your father and have executed those orders very faithfully, your attractive qualities will be celebrated all over the world. You will have a nice son who will be in no way inferior to Lord Brahma. Consequently, he will be very famous all over the universe, and the sons and the grandsons generated by him will fill the three worlds. O sons of King Prachetas, the heavenly society girl named Brahmota kept the lotus-eyed daughter of Kandu in the care of the forest trees. Then she went back to the heavenly planet. This daughter was born by the coupling of the Apsara named Brahmota with the sage Kandu. Thereafter, the child, who was left to the care of the trees, began to cry in hunger. At that time, the king of the forest, namely the king of the moon planet, out of compassion, placed his finger, which poured forth nectar, within the child's mouth. Thus the child was raised by the mercy of the king of the moon. Since all of you are very much obedient to my orders, I ask you to immediately marry that girl who is so well qualified with beauty and good qualities. According to the order of your father, create progeny through her. You brothers are all of the same nature, being my devotees and obedient sons of your father. Similarly, that girl is also of the same type and is dedicated to all of you. Thus, both the girl and you, the sons of Prachetas, are on the same platform, being united on a common principle. The Lord then blessed the Prachetas, saying, "My dear princes, By my mercy, you can enjoy all the facilities of this world as well as the heavenly world. Indeed, you can enjoy all of them without hindrance and with full strength for 1 million celestial years. Thereafter, you will develop unadulterated devotional service unto me and be freed from all material contamination. At that time, being completely unattached to material enjoyment in the so-called heavenly planets as well as in hellish planets, you will return home back to Godhead. Those who are engaged in auspicious activities in devotional service certainly understand that the ultimate enjoyer of our beneficiary of all activities is the Supreme Personality of God. Thus, when one acts, he offers the results to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and passes life always engaged in the topics of the Lord. Even though such a person may be participating in family life, he is not affected by the results of his actions. Always engaging in the activities of devotional service, devotees feel ever increasing, fresh and new in all their activities. The all-knower, the super soul within the heart of the devotee makes everything increasing fresh. This is known as the Brahman position by the advocates of the absolute truth. In such elaborated states, Brahma Bhuta, one is never bewildered, nor does one lament or become unnecessarily jubilant. This is due to the Brahma Bhuta situation. The great sage Maitreya said, after the personality of Godhead spoke thus, the Prachetas began to offer him prayers. The Lord is the bestower of all success in life, and is the supreme benefactor. He is also the supreme friend who takes away all miserable conditions experienced by a devotee in a faltering voice. Due to ecstasy, the Prachetas began to offer prayers. They were purified by the presence of the Lord, who was before them face to face. The great sage Maitreya continued, my dear Vidura, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the protector of surrendered souls, being thus addressed by the Prachetas and worshipped by them, replied, may whatever you have prayed for be fulfilled. After saying this, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose prowess is never defeated, left. The Prachetas were unwilling to be separated from him, because they had not seen him to their full satisfaction. Thereafter, all the Prachetas emerged from the waters of the sea. They then saw that all the trees on land had grown very tall, as if to obstruct the path to the heavenly planets. These trees had covered the entire surface of the world. At this time, the Prachetas became very angry. My dear king, at the time of devastation, Lord Shiva emits fire and air from his mouth. Out of anger, to make the surface of the earth completely treeless, the Prachetas also emitted fire and air from their mouths. After seeing that all the trees on the surface of the earth were being turned to ashes, Lord Brahma immediately gave the sons of King Barhisman and pacified them with words of logic. The remaining trees, being very much afraid of the Prachetas, immediately delivered their daughter at the advice of Lord Brahma. Following the order of Lord Brahma, all the Prachetas accepted the girl as their wife. From the womb of this girl, the son of Lord Brahma named Daksha took birth. Daksha had to take birth from the womb of Marasa due to disobeying and disrespecting Lord Mahadev Shiva. Consequently, he had to give up his body twice. His previous body had been destroyed, but the same Daksha, inspired by the supreme will, created all the desired living entities in the successor Manvantara. Thank you, Hare Krishna.